What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. I mean, we lost our second game in a row, both by blowouts. And I mean, what can I say? It's just what happens when you have injuries. DJ out both of these games. Well, he was injured last game, but when you have your quarterback that's hobbled or he's not playing, and then you lose your cornerback that has pretty much been the anchor of what I believe is like a top 7 defense and probably a top 2 or 3 defense when they're actually on and really playing their game. It showed all night. Baker Mayfield found people wide open. They had Julian Love, who's a safety, playing corner outside. Now, he plays corner in college, but this year, all year, he's been playing deep safety. He's been the safety that's been deep pretty much every play. Jabril Pepper sometimes is playing the slot. Xavier McKinney sometimes played the slot. Logan Ryan sometimes. Because you have Darnay Holmes also, our slot corner, missing. And that's just what that's just what happens. And we already were an underdog in this game if everyone was healthy. So when you miss people, when you're missing even more people, that's pretty much what's going to happen. You're going to get run out of the building because you don't have the horses. If you don't have the players, you just don't have the players. It doesn't matter what the coaches call. You don't have the players. Now, what I will say is positives. Andrew Thomas looked good for most of the day. At the end of the game, he missed his punch and he gave up a sack. But pretty much for the entire game, Andrew Thomas was playing great. The entire pocket was clean for most of the game. Colt McCoy had all day to throw a couple of times. And Freddie Kitchens called a couple of interesting play calls, routes I hadn't seen this year. Now, I don't think, obviously, he didn't bring his own offense there, but he called a couple of plays that Jason Garrett wasn't using in his playbook. And he also took some shots. Evan Ingram actually got up the seam today. So I kind of liked what I saw from Freddie Kitchens. But sort of in the middle of the game, that kind of tailed off, and he went back to the old offense. Wayne Gallman only had 9 carries today. That's kind of inexcusable. We had entire drives where Alfred Morris was there and Wayne Gallman was sitting on the sideline. I just don't like that. I mean, if you're going to bring Alfred Morris in and bring him for a couple plays, don't bring him in for an entire drive, because at that point, he's not running routes. He's not going to catch passes. So why is he out there? Because you're telegraphing what you're going to do. Either he's going to block or he's going to run the ball. So pretty much we got ran out of the building. They were the better team. They were the better team if we were healthy. But once we took away some of our most important players, we weren't going to be able to compete. I mean, that's what we've done most of the year, but we weren't going to be able to compete without some of our best players. And I was a proponent of keeping DJ out for the rest of the season. Whatever happens, happens. I'm still a proponent of that. I still believe that we should keep DJ out for the rest of the season, because what's the point? I mean, what's the point? Might as well. If we somehow make the playoffs, bring him back. If not, then whatever. And then as far as everything else, James Bradbury should be back next week against the Ravens. We're going to have another tough task. It's going to be about stopping the run and maybe getting something going on offense. Maybe we'll take some more shots next week. Jason Garrett will probably be back. So should be interesting. But until next time, we just got beat, man. The Browns came and beat us. They beat us all day. They were open all day.